Mhm. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Ravens YouTube channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day. I'm your host, Justin P, and my MVP being our co-host, Miss Shannon Fitch. This is episode 175 for the YouTube version, and for the audio version, the links are right there below in the description. Season 3, episode 12. Right underneath the links to the audio podcast is myself, Shannon, and Dave's social media platforms. Like I said, every show, I have everything. Shannon has Facebook, IG, Instagram, David, Facebook, and Instagram. So if there's anything Raven related you feel like we're not covering or not covering enough, hit us up. And we're going to do our best to even include it in our recap or preview show. So today we got a combined show. Sorry we missed y'all Tuesday. We're going to recap Sunday's game versus the Bengals that just took place, and we're going to preview this upcoming Sunday game versus the Patriots. So, I'm going to let Shannon take care of the first part because she always do a recap and have a great topic. So I'm going to turn it over to Shannon.
Okay, so I need y'all to bear with me because I'm sick. I'm getting sick, so we gonna get through it though. Um, that was a great win. Probably the best win that we've had all season. Complete win, team win. So Justin, give me your good, bad, and ugly for week 15.
Okay, my good, bad, and ugly. Good was the defense. You pitch a shutout. I got to start with that. We haven't done that in 7 years. Like I said, that doesn't happen very often. That you can shut out a professional team no matter how bad they are record wise. So I gotta lead with that. The offense was a lot better. The offense was more fluent. Lamar took control. Derrick Henry ran off 100 yards. Zay Flowers got in the end zone again since week one. Should have had two touchdowns. Got to haul that second one in. Play calling was better, a lot better on both ends, defensively and offensively. John Harbaugh didn't do anything wow to put us in bad position, like taking risky fourth downs or burning no timeouts. Uh, that's it. Bad, probably penalties. Like I said, drop passes. They could have led, like one of them led to a turnover, and one of them took off an extra 4 points. That's really it. And far as ugly, nothing much, honestly. So that's it for me.
Yeah, mine's is pretty similar. Good defense, offense. I thought the offensive play calling was good. That the defensive schemes was good. Um, Bad. I really didn't have too much for bad. Like I was thinking about it. I guess I could say, like you said, like execution could have been better. If that was better, then even though we won, it could have been a different game offensively. And for me, the ugly was injuries. Like Teddy, we lost Teddy, so
Yeah.
he's done for the year. So that's tough because he was playing really well. So that's my good,
Yeah.
bad, and ugly. All right, so let's move on to coaches and player grades. So we're rating them based on what did we play? I don't forgot what we play. Oh, the Bengals. Shoot. So that so much time that passed, right? So we're going against the Bengals. So what grade did you give Harbaugh going against the Bengals?
I give him an A. He didn't do anything. Like I said, the cost is hurt us. So he got everybody up to play. And he brought in Ed Reed, which I'm sure it was he had some say to that. So he gets A. Like I said, everybody was prepared to play special teams. He played decent.
Yeah. I give him an A plus. Last week I talked about the team not being prepared. They didn't look prepared, and I felt like this week they did. Like they knew it was at stake. They were ready. So that starts with the coach. Like you
Hmm.
said, bringing in Ed Reed. Ed Reed said like it wasn't planned for him to talk. It kind of just went that way. But
Hmm.
Harbaugh probably knew that his presence might have been needed at that point. So whoever, I don't know if it was Ed just popping up or if Harbaugh wanted him there. Either way, Harbaugh got to be okay with it. And I think it was great. From what all of the DBs said, that was some sort of motivation that they needed. So, again, when a team plays that well completely, you have to give kudos to the head coach because we blame him when something goes wrong. So, A plus. What grade did you give Todd Monken?
I give him an A. Like I said, called a pretty good game. Uh, Missed opportunities were more so on the players, not him. He, like I say, fed Derrick Henry, fed keeping Mitchell. Lamar was in the rhythm. Like I said, we got a Zay had a heck of a game, but he did cause an interception by dropping the ball, and then he dropped a touchdown. Would have been 4+ points, bro. So those things are out of Todd Monken's control, but he called a hell of a game. So hey,
I gave him an A as well. For the same reasons you just said. Like you said, it wasn't a bad. The play calling wasn't bad. They stuck with what worked. It was just a little bit of execution issues, but nothing too bad from Ted Monken. So Todd Monken. So A. What grade did you give Zach Orr?
A+. I mean, whatever grade can you give? I give him an A++ because like I say, he pitched the shutout. That is very hard to do, especially against a good offense.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jamal Chase got his yards. I mean, like I said, he's a top two receiving league. He's going to get something, but keep them off the end zone. Joe Burrow don't throw a not one touchdown, and we picked them off twice, sacked him a few times. Man, what A+.
Yep. Same thing. A plus. Like you said, everything you just said, first shout out since 2018. I didn't even think about stuff like that happening, but that was dope. Considering what this defense has been like under Zach Orr. So again, when you give, a lot of blame and wanting people out of town, you gotta give them credit when it's due.
Hmm.
That was a great game from the defense.
Yeah,
Let's move on to Lamar Jackson. What grade did you give Lamar?
I give him an A. He was more poised, more control. He had command of the offense. Like I said, he didn't have many. He only had four incompletions. Three of them probably drops. But
Hmm.
took off when he needed to. Made smart decisions with the football. So A for me.
Gave him an A as well. The interception wasn't on him. He had a few high balls, but overall, Lamar was slinging it. Like he was looking like himself in that game. And he wasn't trying to do too much. He did just enough. He did what we needed him to do. Hey, what grade did you give the offensive line?
I think I'm a B+ overall because, like I said, we did move the ball. Still missing blocks a little bit. People still standing around looking lost. But all things considered, B+.
I gave him a B. Same reasons, it wasn't their worst showing, but it's things they can do better. So I give him a B. And what grade did you give the running backs?
A+. Derrick Henry was going off. Keaton had some good run. Rasheen Ali scored a touchdown. So A+ for me.
Same, A plus. There's a lot of big, impactful runs, and touchdown pass from that group. So A plus. What grade did you give the wide receivers and tight ends?
A. Like I said, Zay scored. He got some big catches. Diab got some big catches. Andrews had a few catches, so it's likely. So yeah, I give him an A.
Give them an A as well. Wasn't anything earth shattering, but they made the plays that they needed to do and could have been better, but hey, it wasn't no fault of their own for a lot of that stuff.
Mhm.
Moving on to the defense. What grade did you give the defensive line?
A+. Like I said, they pushed the pocket, stopped the run. This team is stopping the run. They haven't given up 100 yards rushing in a good little while. So A+.
Saying A plus. That was the best that front has looked all year, collectively, like A plus. And what grade did you give the linebackers?
I'll give them an A. They were coming up tackling, Roquan them guys. They covered pretty well. So A+. Defense gonna be this is gonna be easy for defense. A+.
Yep, same thing. Same thing. For the same reasons you said. I mean, that was a great game. I don't think we can say that enough. They all deserve their credit, so A plus for me as well. And what grade did you give the DBs?
A+. Like I said, yards will be given up. This is a passing league. But the
Hmm.
whole Jamal Chase without a touchdown, Joe Burrow without a touchdown pass, A+.
Hmm. Same. Defense played great. Like I don't even know what like it's not even nothing to say. Like if you saw that game, you know how well they played. And on top of that, something that we've been wanting all year was a pass rush. Like they were getting after it. So sometimes it goes to show you like missing one guy can just change everything and having one guy can change everything. So the defense as a whole, they look good. And against that offense, that was great.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Tavius Robinson. Played his ass off.
Yes, sir. All right. And last but not least, special teams. What grade did you give special teams?
A B plus. Stout made his field goal, made all his extra points. Kickoff coverage is decent. Stout did a pretty good job on it.
I gave him a B. Same reasons. I just feel like we could still be better in a return game, but
Hmm.
overall, B. And then our last topic for the recap. Who are you giving a game ball or game balls to?
Oh, offense. Let's go Zay Flowers, Derrick Henry, Shane Ali. Uh, Defense, Tavius Robinson, Marlon Humphrey, Kyle Van Noy, Lloyd
Okay. Excuse me. For me, I want to give game balls to everybody on the defense because, again, that doesn't happen often in a professional league. The running backs, like I said, they made big, impactful plays. All of them were contributing, and that was good to see. Like we're a running team. I want to see that. And then I also want to give game balls to Harbaugh, Monken, and Zach Orr because all three of them have caught hell all season long at different times, and we don't know how the season's going to finish, but to have your team come out and perform like that after a showing like we had last week against the Steelers, like that was great. They had them guys ready, so that's what gets game balls from me.
Yeah, this was our best complete win probably since
The Browns, the first
the
Browns game.
Browns, and if you want to say the Dolphins game, first Lamar game back, those three games
Yep,
probably our
yep.
our best three win was where we just flatly dominated the team on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, great job, Shannon. That was great. Now we're on to our preview. All right, so we always start up with the coaching matchups. All right, so who has the matchup in the head coaching department? Here, Mike Vrabel has the Titans with the league best, well, second best record with 11-3, and you have John Harbaugh, the savvy veteran Super Bowl champion, who has the edge heading into this particular matchup.
Um, Heading into this matchup, this one was tough. Because I can go about it a couple of different ways. So what I'm landing with is just I'm going to call it a tie, and that's because I actually have a whole lot of respect for Babel.
Hmm.
I think that both coaches are culture changers, whether people want to acknowledge it or not. What John Harbaugh brought to the Ravens in 2008, it was real, and it's still going on now. And some people might say it's old and it's stale. We seen what Babel did with the Titans. I still don't understand why they fired him. Really don't know what was going on down there.
Yeah,
And then to see what he's done with the Patriots. I mean, I don't think they've had like a complete overhaul of talent. Like I think those guys been, who's on the team. Like it's just different to see how they look. Like these are the Patriots that we've seen or known for the past 20 years, but with a different coach. So a lot of that you got to put on the head coach and give him his credit. Um, and with Harbaugh, it's like we're home. He has experience. He's been in these type of games. Like so, for me, I'm calling it a tie just because of the respect that I have for the Patriots coach. Like I do think he's a legit coach, but I also know that John Harbaugh. I think John Harbaugh is a legit coach with faults. Nobody's perfect,
yeah,
so I'm gonna just call it a tie.
that's fair. But me, I'm just going off this particular matchup. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Mike Vrabel because his team is, like I said, 11-3. They're in position to clinch the number one seed or top two seed. So yeah, like I said, this came off a tough loss, but they're still first place in their division. So yeah, I have to go with him. But just off this particular matchup, gotta go Mike Vrabel. Who has the edge? An offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniel, multi-time Super Bowl champion with the Patriots, and Todd Monken.
I'm gonna go with Josh. I mean, what you just said, multiple time Super Bowl champion. what he's done with the Patriots and Drake May is amazing. Is like seeing him with Tom Brady. Um, I mean Todd Monken. The thing about Todd Monken is I don't know. I always feel like sometimes with coaches, your message gets stale. I don't know what happened this year. I thought the guys liked that offense. I thought they liked what was going on. You seen what happened the past 2 years, but this year it's been a lot going on, and I really don't know. Who to point the finger at, if anybody, on the offense. But we're gonna start with the coordinator. So for that reason, like how you just broke down Gabriel and why you would pick him over John in this matchup, I'm gonna go Josh because I just feel like you said, he's had them going. Shoot, they just had like a what 10-game win streak before they
Yeah.
lost. I mean, and the offense been looking good. Shoot, they say Drake made it MVP in MVP conversation. Like you got to give a lot of that to the offensive coordinator. So I'll go Josh.
Josh McDaniels, well, like I said, he's done it, been there, done that. Not really, not a good head coach, but it's a hell of a play call. So he's been there, man. Like I said, he's doing it now with Drake May. Drake May was last year. We like, huh? Did the Patriots make a mistake and draft him, and now like you say, he's in the MVP conversation. So yeah, a lot of that is due to Josh McDaniels' experience coaching in the league. So I'm gonna get it as a Josh McDaniels.
Excuse me.
Josh McDaniels. Now, defense coordinator, so it is the Patriots defensive coordinator is Terrell Williams, but he's out, due to medical. So the guy Zach Kahn is down calling the defense for them. So who has the edge in the defensive coordinator? Zach Kahn or Zach Orr?
Um, I don't know too much about the Patriots defensive coordinators. But what I will say is that they rank higher overall than
Yeah, yeah.
the Ravens defensively, so you can go there. But I also saw something today that said that since week 6, I think it said, since week 6, the Ravens lead in red zone defense as far as like score, like allowing teams to score. And I think that that's big. You know, when it comes to defense, because you, like they say, bend don't break. You're not giving up points. You might give up yards, but not giving up points is how you win games. Uh, I'll just go Patriots because they've been more consistent throughout the year.
So that's going my answer really shock you. I'm going Zach Orr because he just pitched a shutout and he got some reinforcements back with Tavis Robinson and
Hmm.
Darius Washington, so that helps a whole lot, especially going against like I said, a great offense that gives you a lot of mojo going against a second year quarterback. So
Hmm.
yeah, I'm gonna go Zach Orr, man. All right, now give me 1 second. Cool. All right, our first topic. With the NFL flexing this game to Sunday Night Football, do you think the Ravens could use this as extra motivation to put on a great showing?
Um, can they? Sure. Yes. Will they? I don't know. Like this team has been too up and down. Like even with the game that we had last week, I didn't expect that because of what we've seen for the past couple of weeks. Before that,
Hmm.
so I'll say, can they? Sure, but will they? I don't know.
I think yes, because like I said, they flexed this game basically to see the Patriots, not us. Everybody wanted to see if the Drake May hype was real. Was this time ready for real? Or was just a Cinderella hocus pocus? Or are they better than the Broncos? So they put them on, the last game where everybody can see them play. Probably don't get Patriots games. It's more so to showcase them than us. Like I said, so I think they can use that as a little slap in the face.
Who was the other matchup? Do you know?
What you mean?
Who was the other? Who did they flex out to put us in? Who was the other teams that
I
was playing Sunday?
completely, I forgot to be truthful with you. I forgot. I forgot. Now you're gonna sit here and you lie. I forgot. But yeah, you know, definitely uses motivation. Like I said, we home. It's our last home regular season game of the season, unless we, like I said, win the division. So yeah, definitely uses motivation because they like, New England is the team. They're getting all the praise,
Oh,
which they should. They're 11-2. But yeah, I think the Ravens will use this motivation.
Oh no, I see why they flexed it. It was Bengals Dolphins. That would have been a pointless game anyway. The Patriots
Yeah,
Ravens means more to both teams, so I get that.
they should have put somebody else on Sunday night, but hey, that's cool.
That's because you going to the game.
Yes, indeed. But that's all good. I'll give me some coffee Monday morning. Okay, this topic we always these are our normal topics. How will Todd Monken attack the Patriots defense?
Um, this might be a game where it's tough to run a ball, but that doesn't mean you get away from it. So you go and like get away from it and then look to pass the ball. Play to your strengths, run the ball, but take advantage in the passing game because I think it's going to be advantages there against that defense. So just play to your strengths. Number one is December. Run the ball. Everything else will open up after that.
Yeah, yes, I'm busy, Gwen. Busy. I am busy right now. I'm back, Chad. I'm sorry about that.
Hmm.
Yeah, everything you just said, spot on. Definitely run the football, run the football, because like you said, it sets up play action pass, and then it's probably gonna be like 20 something degrees. Get
Hmm.
Pat Ricard leaning forward on them linebackers. That'll help the offensive line confidence out much more too, because these guys are getting talked about bad. They can go out and handle their business against a Patriots front. That'll build a little momentum. So run the football, get Zay involved early, get D Hop involved. And see, like I said, his catch radius is amazing. Use them tight ends, get Tez Walker involved.
Hmm.
And use them all legs too. Use them read option. That's how we beat them 6 years ago on Sunday Night Football. We ran the read option game a lot, and Lamar was cooking. So yeah. All right. How will Zach or defend the Patriots' red hot offense?
Um, First stop the run. That has to be the first thing. Make them one dimensional.
Hmm.
Make Drake May as uncomfortable as you can. He's still a young quarterback. He hasn't seen everything. Give him some tough looks. Get after him. And keep everything in front of you. Limit the big plays.
Same thing you said. Get after Drake May for sure. Ed Reed was even showing clips.
I
Me
saw
and you
that.
both. Yeah, me and you both posted it. Uh, yeah. Stop. Take away Travion Henderson because even just like every time he gets in the game, he breaks a big touchdown. He been doing this since college.
Hmm.
Stop him. Don't let him get going. Make sure you keep Hunter Henry and them guys in check. Always watch what Stephon Diggs say. Even though he's a little older, he still can sting you. So
Hmm.
yeah, definitely stop the run, get pressure on Drake May, and make sure Hunter Henry is always accounted for. Uh, all right, who will be the X factor in the offense and defense this game?
Offense, I'm saying Lamar. Because again, if Lamar's Lamar, we're hard to beat. So if he plays well, I think we'll do well. And defensively, I'm going to say Kyle Hamilton. He can impact the game in different ways. So if he's doing his thing, most likely we'll win the game.
Me, like I said, it's always gonna be Lamar, but I like to try to switch it up a little bit. Rashad Bateman, Rashad Bateman, because him taking away that number two corner and freeing up everybody else, that's gonna help a lot, and especially with our motions and designs. So definitely Bateman. Defense, Tavius Robinson. 'Cause last week he came, got pressure, 2 sacks, got a couple pressures. That interception he threw to Calvin Noy came off his pressure. So Rashad Bateman and Tavius Robinson. All right, we going to over understand line. We're gonna just do a few so we can get out of here. We're gonna do Lamar total yards. Let's go 230 over under.
I'm gonna go under and say 210. 190 passing, 20 rushing.
I'm gonna go 250, 200 in the air. 225 in the air, 25 on the ground. Derrick Henry rushing yards. Let's go 95 over.
Mm. I'm gonna go over and say 100.
I'm gonna go over and go 105. Say Flowers receiving yard. Let's go 50 over under.
I'm gonna go over and say 70.
I'm gonna go over and go 75. All right, Mark Andrews receiving yards 30 over under.
I'll say over and say 40.
I'll go slightly over 35. Last one, Keaton Mitchell rushing yards 25 over under.
Over. I'll say 30.
I'm gonna go over and go 50. All right, now I'm on defense. Total team sacks defense 2 over under.
Over. I'm gonna go 3.
I'm gonna go over and go 4. I think Tavis Robinson gets one, Mike Green gets one, Draymond Jones gets one, and I think Travis Jones gets one. All right, total team interceptions on defense. Let's go 2 over under push.
Push. I think it'll be opportunities there.
I'm gonna go under with one. I think Marlon Humphrey will get that. All right, combined tackles between Trenton and Roquan Steady is out. Let's go 15 over under.
I'm gonna say under and say 11. 7 for Roquan and 4 for Trenton.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go 17. I'm gonna go 11 for Rose, 6 for Trenton. All right, combined tackles between Malachi Stocks and Kyle Hamilton. Let's go 13 over under.
I'll say push and say 7 for Cal, 6 for Starks.
I'll go 14 and go 7 apiece for both of them. All right, so now we got our three keys to victory. Go ahead, Shane.
I've said this a lot today. Limit the big plays. Obviously, no turnovers. And again, top-notch quarterback play. Even if that's something that people don't like to hear, I'm sorry I got to keep saying it, but Lamar has not looked like himself a lot this season. And I understand he was hurt and nursing injuries and things like that.
Yeah.
But if he plays well, 9 times out of 10, we're going to win a game. So top-notch quarterback play.
Mine's always the same. Protect the football offense, no interceptions, fumbles. On defense, take the football away. Third, score more touchdowns than field goals. All right, now the score prediction. Who wins the game?
I got it 24-17 Ravens. I just feel like I said last week, like we have it, we're in must-win situation. So I think the Ravens know that. I think the Ravens know that they've been pretty bad at home this year. They also know this is the last home game of the year. So I think they're going to come out and show, you know, um, their best self. So 24-17 Ravens.
I'm gonna go 31-28 Ravens. I think both offenses are good. I think both defenses will make plays and spurts. But I think it'll come down to it ain't happened last week, but I think this week it'll happen. Deja vu from Justin Tucker when he did it as a rookie. Remember, game winner. It was controversial, but he
Oh,
hit the game winner. I think it's gonna come down to Luke. Hit the game winner. Walk off 31-28 Ravens.
that works for me.
Yes, indeed. I'm just getting because the Patriots offense is good. I know our defense put out a shutout, but I don't see it back to back weeks. That's a tough ask.
I'm glad to hear you
Uh,
say that though, because I remember a couple weeks ago when I mentioned the Patriots, you was like, I don't know, I'm not too sold
I
on
still
Drake
I
May.
still feel that way in a way, but but they have been balling, man. We have been known to let up the gas the following week at the good win. So yeah. Go ahead, Shannon. Your closing remarks.
I mean, I think that I said it last week, I'll say it again. The next 3 weeks now are going to tell the tale of this team and what they're about. They dug themselves a hole. They lost 2 important games against the Bengals and the Steelers and put themselves in a bad spot. So now we must win the next 3 games if we even want to make the playoffs. So they know what's in front of them. Like I said before, go handle your business. If you eat what's on your plate, you ain't got to worry about nobody else.
Yeah, well said. Yeah, like I said, you got one out, but that's simple. One out, and you got the division. You ain't got to worry about what Pittsburgh doing, who they losing to. I'm sure they'll drop one for Detroit. They need to win to have a shot. So I'm sure they'll drop that. But if you go and bank on the Browns beating them, that's the only waste your time. But like I said, went out and you got the division. It's going to be tough. It's supposed to be tough.
Yeah,
This has been a tale of 3 seasons, basically. You might as well say. So yeah, it's on popping Sunday Night Football. They
yeah,
flexed the game for a reason, so we got put on the show. It's that simple. Last time we played this team on Sunday Night Football, we put on the show. So let's hope history repeats itself.
yep.
But well, that's it. Everybody for the show. We gave y'all a mix of both since we missed Tuesday. Man, Shannon to get together and see what days next week because it's a holiday on Thursday. We'll try to work that out. So stay tuned. You know what I'm about to say. Make sure y'all trade talk Ravens all day, every day. Me host Justin P and my MVP being our co-host Shannon Finch. We see y'all next week. It's gonna probably be back to back shows most likely. And go Canes. We out.
Bye, Justin.
Bye, Shannon.